back at it again. Got a little adventure weekend going on. We are at, what's this place called?
Well, we came to Washington-on-the-Brazos.
Yes, that's it.
To check out that area, but we're also doing the Barrington, I think it's the living history.
Yeah, we're on our way to that now.
Yes, and we just finished, but we'll put that in after this. But we just finished looking at the, what was it called? Star of Texas.
Star of Republic.
Star of Republic.
I got that right because I just looked at it on the map.
Museum. It was pretty awesome. It's a great museum. It's really well put together. And then now we're doing the Living History Museum.
And then we're doing something else.
And then the last part of today will be actually Washington-on-the-Brazos. And we'll do a little hike as well. So we're taking you along with us today. It's kind of windy, but it's a beautiful day. Blue bonnets.
Pretty rough.
Yeah, and it says Lone Star blue bonnets. I don't see any blue bonnets.
I see a couple in there in the center.
Maybe it's over the hill too. 6 species. I didn't know there were that many species. There's a playground down there and a picnic area. This is a neat place. For families to come and spend the afternoon. It's very nice.
Yep. 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 Well, not much. And that's not a bad thing. Yeah. Yep.
I would love to live right here. I don't need a big fancy house, just need a peaceful place to live.
have a hint they even happened. And so it is with the time when Texas became Texas, especially the Texas you know today. Not the old Spanish province or the northern Mexican state that was politically connected to Coahuila, but something very different. Something that deserved to stand apart from everything else, like a lone star on a clear night. It is here, on this very remote and unlikely site we now know as Washington-on-the-Brazos, where the birth of a bold and courageous idea took form and became an independent republic.
On December 7th, 1837, we set off for Texas. With heavy hearts, we said goodbye to Mother and my brothers and sister. As the wagon started to move, Mother ran after us for one last embrace. She held me in her arms and wept aloud and said, "Oh, my darling, I'll never see you again on earth." I felt heartbroken, and I often recalled that wrenching cry. And I never beheld my dear mother again.
supposedly Anson Jones's house.
Okay.
That's the guy that sold us out to the Union.
The last president of Texas.
Yep. Handed us over. We could still be our own country if it wasn't for the guy that lived here.
All righty.
In January 1844, Dr. Jones entered into an agreement with Dr. John Campbell to construct a house and 2 log cabins, likely to separate kitchen and smokehouse. The house, built of pine, oak, and cedar, served as a home for the Jones family from February 1845 to 1858.
The glass is the old warped stuff, so you can tell it's original. Check out that bed. Bit lumpy.
Mm-hmm. Beats the ground, huh?
Yes, it does.
What is that?
A chamber pot.
No.
You sit on it and go to the bathroom.
No, that's kind of gross.
Because that's what rich people did. And then somebody else came in and took it out. Outside kitchen. And it smells like smoke, you know?
Yep. You can see it.
Like cooking. Look at all those pots. Wouldn't you love to have those?
I'd love to have this building.
I know, right? Clothesline. I think so.
Yep. Turkey day.
Oh, look at you, big old turkeys and chickens. They think we're gonna feed them, don't they? I'm sorry, they said don't feed you. They told us not to. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Ooh, you are ugly. Look at that head. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're not so pretty. What, baby? There's ducks over there. Hello. You're not very pretty either. Turkeys are so ugly. I'm sorry. God did not make you pretty. see. Yep, sure is. Oh my stars, that smells delicious.
Doesn't it?
Oh, I'm guessing they actually.
Yeah, I'm thinking those are real hams and shoulders.
You think?
Yep, I do.
They look fake to me.
That pile of ash in the floor ain't there just for.
Well, I know. I think they actually do stuff in here, but I don't know if that's real.
I
But
think it is.
maybe.
I cut you off this last time, didn't I?
No, thank you. It smells good, but I don't want it. They're wonderful. I didn't need you.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, do you want to go eat lunch? Are you sorry?
Hi, ladies.
No. Hey, come on in.
How are y'all?
Good. Wow. Doing well. So you have any questions?
Not really. Do you, Greg?
Nope.
It's just beautiful. We love it.
And this is the parlor, so they're formal sitting room. Some of the panes of glass are original to the structure. The structure just turned 177 years old.
Wow.
It's been moved 3 times, and it's about 40% original material. And there are 3 more
Impressive.
rooms. Sorry?
So that's impressive.
Yeah.
To be moved 3 times and
Uh-huh.
yeah. Well, we noticed outside that the window panes, some of them were original because they're blurred.
So those are the actual, could be the actual glass that Anson Jones and his family and Sam Houston and Mrs. Houston actually looked out of.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
And who knows who else?
Yeah.
And there are 3 more rooms, so over the parlor, the breezeway, and the bedchamber. And the older kids would be upstairs. That would be their, Dr. Jones called it their dormitory.
Oh.
Where they slept.
Nice.
Yeah.
So where was the last place this was located before it was moved the last time?
Well, it was moved into the park in 1936 and then moved around the park.
Oh, okay.
So the original house site is 5 miles away.
Okay.
And then it was in the area where you bought your tickets, and then it was next to the museum. And then they actually bought this additional 70 acres to do living history and moved it here in about 1998. I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Very cool. Well, thank you, ladies.
You're welcome.
Y'all have a great day.
You too.
Y'all too.
Thanks. Well, that's really cool. This is a big porch. I love this.
So I do have one more question. There's 6 different sizes of original cups.
Oh, yep. Yep. I think you might be right, Craig.
Once again.
Yeah, yeah.
How are y'all?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. Shaping up a shovel plow beam. So most of the big equipment like turn plows, hand tools, those things are made in the Northeast, so they're not made here on site. And even most of the components we're using today would be purchased from in town, with materials that were made in factories, so steam bit handles, bolts, even the plowshare. But while the turn plows are a little more complex, those are made in factories, and they've got to be set up so they pull straight and true and can go in a straight line. Cultivating plows, what this is just designed to go between the crops and dig very shallowly to dig up the weeds. So it can be a little less precise. We're going to try to be as precise as we can. It can be a little less precise, and ultimately it can be, if not necessarily fabricated, it can be, because like you're not making everything here, but it can be assembled here. I mean, we're using dimensional lumber to shave down. So these are rough cut to roughly what we needed, and we're shaping it down, shaving it down to what we need, and then it's just a matter of putting holes in it and putting it together. Because we do use them, we're making this out of necessity. The corn's in the ground, so if you see behind, we have check row corn, planted corn. There's weeds coming up already, but there's corn planted in equally spaced little spots there. As that comes up, we'll be able to run this cultivating plow down the length and across it in between the plants to try to keep the ground broken up and keep the weeds turned under.
You'll pull it with a cow, or?
We do use a single ox. They would have had horses, mules, and oxen.
Yep.
Today we just use the oxen.
Okay.
So these two guys
Big
here.
steer over there?
So yeah, they're pair of shorthorn steers. They're 5 years old, so they're coming along. They're doing okay. We're using less. What was it? It was this Wednesday, right?
Yeah, we use them on Wednesday, Thursday
to put in the cotton.
To put in the cotton. And they're plowing competition too.
Oh, that's right. And we plowed up a portion out in the pasture. Actually, you can't even get to now. We're different living history sites across around the world will submit an entry for a virtual plowing competition. So we really do the work, and so we always try to compete with something like that. It's everything that we do is on a smaller scale, but the goal is to be able to use the same implements and the same kinds of animals to be able to do the work. Don't let me fool you. We still have to do a lot of stuff by hand. Nathan's done a lot more by hand. Taking in, he's more committed to the cotton field. This is getting into his prime season, I think. He's like a cotton plant himself. He tolerates the heat really well. me, I'm like cabbage or lettuce. Give me some freezing cold.
Well, I think if it's going to get much better than that, it's going to have to be done by you.
Very nice.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
It's not nearly as fancy as the main house. Can you imagine living in this?
Nope. Sure can't.
I mean, all the breezes.
I guess I wouldn't have a fear of spiders if I lived in a place like this.
I mean, I guess it's better than a tent back in those days, but
These are real tempting.
you imagine 59 men in here for 17 days. And they said it was, an unfinished building, and they put linen up over the windows. And a norther blew in, and the temperature was in the 30s. So you would have quite the treacherous little descent to get down to the water to just be able to ferry. So it says this tree has seen the Texas Revolution and the birth and decline of Washington. So we are now hiking back to see what is supposed to be the old original home site of the town of Washington. Regardless, it'll be a nice little walk.
Yep. Indian grass or big blue stone?
We are finishing up here in Independence Hall. We just did a little home site loop. Now we're about to go find us some lupper, some lunch and supper all together. It is a beautiful area, well worth a visit. Yeah, lots of good history. The museum was fabulous. Very, very well put together. And then just being able to walk from place to place. You can walk from Visitor Center to Independence Hall. Obviously, that's really close. And then you can walk to the Barrington Living Museum straight from none of it's very far. And it's not too terrible. Anyway, it's a great day. And we will see you next time.
See ya. Bye.
Oh, and by the way, Craig's wearing my pink cap because he's being very nice. I get heat exhaustion, and he shared his hat with me because some of this trail was exposed. It got pretty warm today.
Better not none of y'all make fun of me about this pink hat either. Let's just be serious about that right now.
All right, now we'll see you all later. Bye.
Hamburgers and french fries.